What's up, a Cinema Shogun here, and after days and days of going on air and lying about the family who allegedly saw an alien or two aliens in their backyard, News Nation has the audacity to show up at this family's house and ask them for an interview. Isn't that wild? Really think about it. For like a whole entire week, News Nation was claiming that this family was missing, that this family had vanished without a trace, that they were untraceable. But they were at the home the entire time, doing interviews. So once News Nation got called out, now News Nation has sent reporters out there to actually try to interview this family, and they're pretending as if they didn't just lie for an entire week about this family being missing. I mean, if it was going to take you that long to send a reporter, just say so. Don't craft a story about this family missing. I don't understand why they put that information out there. I think this family's already going through enough. They obviously had a weird experience. I believe them when they say that they think they saw something. I don't necessarily believe that it was a 10-foot alien. I don't know what they saw. I do feel like this family experienced something. I feel like if they didn't, they would have told the truth by now. The video footage of when they were in the backyard or looking in the backyard seemed real to me. You can look closely, and even one of the family members had a gun as if they thought there was a real threat. You heard the mom screaming, and I believe her. And, you know, News Nation has been outside of this house trying to bait the 16-year-old that's been talking to people on TikTok and social media about the aliens. They've been trying to bait him into an interview. They've been trying to get his father to do an interview. But the mother says, hell no. The mother is not letting it go down, and I understand why. I think it's that motherly instinct. She senses danger. And I do too, because something about this story is just not right. And the more attention this story gets, the worse off it's going to be for this family. I don't know if this family is going to be able to live a normal life anymore. And that may seem like a exaggeration to some of you all, but you have to understand, this story seems like the modern day Roswell incident. The Roswell incident blew up. It became like a historical event. You might not even know what happened at Roswell, but you probably have heard of Roswell. This Las Vegas UFO story is one of the biggest UFO stories in my lifetime. And it's going to continue just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the mainstream media and law enforcement, by telling lies and trying to cover up things, they're the ones that are blowing this story up. It's not the family. If the family wanted all of the publicity, they would have came out in front of the cameras from day one. They didn't. They came out once the story went viral. But yeah, the mom is shutting it down. She's got the house on lockdown. They're scared. They're angry. There's people showing up at their homes. They don't know who to believe because the Las Vegas Metro Police Department is putting out statements claiming they never went back to that house, but the family's saying the officers showed up a couple of more times. So now they're questioning who in the hell was at my house putting up security cameras. I'm sure they got a lot going through their mind. And you know what? You don't want to cross that mom. She'll probably take a chunk off and knock you right upside the head. So anyway, without further ado, I want you all to hear from some neighbors who actually live in this area, because like I was telling you all in past videos, everyone who has interviewed this family, everyone who has spoken to this family, from news reporters to social media influencers to private investigators to law enforcement, everyone believes this family. Everyone believes that this family believes that they saw something. No one seems to think that this family's just in on it for a big hoax and a big lie. So without further ado, I want you all to hit that like button. It's totally free. Watching these videos are free. Hopefully you enjoy them. And if you do, let me know down below and hit that like button We're about to roll this beautiful beam footage, and then I'll be right back with more.
Joining me now is Nancy Liu. She's our News Nation correspondent on the scene. And Nancy, you've had a chance to actually speak with the folks who own the house and actually the neighbors. What did you find out?
Yeah, and actually today, Ashley, we got to talk with the parents here at the house. I ventured over there. I actually talked to the mom for several minutes at the front door. She has now put the kibosh on any interviews. Yesterday, the son had said that maybe he would do an interview. He would ask his mom. Mom said no. Earlier, the dad was out here. His name is Bobby. He indicated he might do an interview with me, and then mom said no. But I am getting a sense of that fear that they had yesterday. It is now turning to anger and frustration because the media is here. And also there's a lot of people coming by the house. They're curious. They want to see the house for themselves. The family says it's been extremely stressful. All of this has been life-changing, of course, saying that they have aliens in the backyard. However, they have not retracted that story. And the neighbors around here, they are not discounting what the family is saying. Here's what a couple of neighbors had to say.
Like I said, I haven't seen it myself, but gee whiz, they believe what they saw. I'll put it that way. I think they probably maybe just saw something that they just didn't understand. It could have been anything.
I don't know what they believe in and what they don't, and I wouldn't say that I wouldn't call them a liar, by all means. Maybe they just believe in different things than other people believe. I don't think I have any aliens coming down to visit me, so.
So yeah, folks, what can I say? I mean, I was not there. You all were not there, unless some of you watching this video were maybe there. But you all were not there. And everyone in the area believes it. The private investigators that have been interviewing them believe it. The law enforcement, the police officers that showed up that night, they believed something happened. And, of course, we're missing 16 minutes worth of body cam footage, which is really weird. The neighbors seem to believe that something happened, or at the very least that this family thinks that something happened. So I've seen so many I was about to say UFC. I'm getting ready to watch the UFC. I've seen so many UFO stories over the years that have been just totally discredited. Like, you could just drag the stories through the dirt. You could poke holes in them all day and all night. This story, not so much. And I'll keep going back to the fact that if the Department of Homeland Security considered this story serious enough to put up surveillance cameras and then lie about it, that should tell you everything you need to know. I'm at the point where I'm wondering if what we saw in the sky that night even had anything to do with what they saw in that backyard. Las Vegas, it's like a hotbed for weird things happening. That whole entire area around there. There's so many weird things that happen around there. And who knows what this family experienced that night. But, like I told you all from day one, there was something that I felt like was genuine about this story. And, you know, I look at stories all the time. I can usually, you know, spot a hoax. And this story just does not come across to me as a hoax. It just does not. It just, the way this story even got popular, it got popular because of the body cam footage, not because of anything this family did. If the body cam footage never got out there and never went viral, this family, you probably never would have heard from them. You would never even know they existed. Now, everyone's talking about them. Everyone's messaging them. Everyone wants interviews. And they don't seem like they really want the spotlight, if you ask me. So, hey, you can form your opinions. You can form your opinions. I'll form my own. But for right now, I'm still looking at this story and I'm still curious because I want to get to the bottom of not necessarily what was in the backyard that night, but I want to know why law enforcement had the response that they did. That's the question that's really on my mind right now. Let me know your thoughts, though, down below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.